Hey there, hi there, how are you there? It's LaShanda Henry here, aka Sister Sense, and today what I'm going to do is talk to you about 4 things that you need to smart start your online business building effort. So I'm going to assume that either you are trying to build an online business that is fresh and new, or maybe you're a little bit more experienced and you're looking for some strategies to reboot, restart in new ways your existing business. Now, it's possible that maybe you are an expert already and you've been doing what you've been doing for many moons, multiple years, but that online thing is something new and foreign, maybe a little bit intimidating. So we want to make sure that you're comfortable, you're clear, and you're confident about what you can do to move forward, which is what this conversation is all about. So what I'm going to do, hello, welcome to you, is dive into 4 A's that you definitely need when it comes to smart starting the process of working on your online business. Now, those 4 A's for you, you need to focus on answers, action, accountability, ascension. Now, forgive me, I switched one of those A's, so I'm going to say it again. I've got accountability on the brain, but it's actually acquisition. So again, answers, action, acquisition, not accountability, even though accountability is important, and last but not least, ascension. Now, just in case I go any deeper into today's conversation, let me just kind of introduce myself, especially if you're new to me. Again, LaShanda Henry, aka Sister Sense. I help entrepreneurial women out there make sense of making money online. I've been doing this for almost 20 years now as a web designer, an infopreneur, and mentor. Doing so much more, but that's the long and short of it, right? So I graduated from Columbia University many moons ago with a degree in computer science. I took my graphic design skills and love of entrepreneurship, decided to leave the New York hustle and bustle, decided to leave my few years of interning in IBM to do my own thing and be an entrepreneur. I moved to North Carolina, going on 12 years now, and I never looked back. It's been an opportunity for me to transition from, the small apartment in Brooklyn to actually owning my own home and owning my own car. And owning a car is a big thing for New Yorkers, by the way, because we take public transportation everywhere, but being in a space where I can be an entrepreneur, create my own new normal, and live in that dream, that's essentially what I've been able to do. And as a web designer and mentor too, I've been able to motivate other women entrepreneurs to do those same things in their life. So hopefully I get this opportunity to, again, dive into some of the things that you can do, especially if you are on the beginning of this journey as far as Smart Start online business solutions, or trying to fresh start something that you've been doing for a while. So let's dive into the 4 that I've been sharing and talking about. The first big thing being answers. At the end of the day, you need to figure out what you need to do to move forward. I'm sure you've got a ton of big small business questions, which is what I like to say. And in that space, what you need to do is find qualified people or persons to support you and get you the answers that you need to move forward. So the first part of this conversation is I want you to identify for yourself, and you can even feel free to share with me, identify for yourself what are those present big and or small business questions that you have right now that you need answers to. A lot of times, especially when you're online, you've got all of this information coming at you. You feel inundated, clueless, and maybe sometimes frustrated. And we need to be able to separate what's coming at you versus what's internal that you want to bring out and share with the world. So start with the internals. What are some specific questions to things that you are looking for, answers that you are looking for in your business? That's the first place to start. Now, I'm sharing with you this information as part of the Smart Start Business Bundle, my series here on sistersense.com/SSBB for Smart Start Business Bundle. And what you'll find is one of the first things that is there is the light bundle, because what I want to do is give you answers to, honestly, the 2 most common questions that a lot of people have. Number 1, how do I start up? Especially how do I start up on a budget if you've got a floss string and you got limited funds? So how do you start up online? And number 2, how do you get paid paid? How do you make money? How do you monetize your message? So essentially talking about how to start up and get paid, getting answers to those questions is essentially the first thing that I do as part of the Smart Start series. So the first thing I want you to do is for yourself is identify outside of those two big questions, because if you have those questions, how do I start up online? How do I get paid and make some money and monetize my magic? Those are some things that we're going to talk about as part of the light bundle of the Smart Start experience, okay? Outside of that, thinking about for yourself, what are some core personal questions that you have? Write those questions down. That's a good place to start as far as what you should be focused on right now. Focus on what you need right now. Don't focus on all the stuff that people are throwing at you. Focus on what you feel like you need right now. That's number one, answers. Number two is action. Now, I work with a lot of entrepreneurial spirits online, and oftentimes I will find when they are frustrated, the frustration comes from inactivity, literally feeling like they're paralyzed because they're overthinking and underperforming, being in a space where you feel like you're spinning your wheels and you don't know what to do, so you end up doing nothing. That's a struggle for a lot of people. It's like simultaneously, yay, I want to do this, I want to start up, but what do I do? Right? Having that feeling. So outside of getting answers, the next thing you really want to focus on is action. What are some things that you can do to quickly, productively, consistently work towards your bigger goals? So first I want you to think about for yourself, what are your daily routines? What are your action steps to moving forward towards what you want? Identifying what works for you is important. And if nothing is working for you, or you're feeling lost and you're feeling stuck, then one of the things that I have for you is the Level Up bundle. Because a part of Smart Start is me helping you start up, and not just start up, but level up your online success. Now, there are a few signature things inside of the Level Up bundle, and one of them is the 28-day Grow Your Business Fire and Focus Challenge. My goal is that over the course of 28 days, I can share with you 28 different ways, whether it be monetization, making money, marketing and sales, things that you can do, small things, simple things, practical things, non-overly overwhelming or technical things that you can do to work through your goals. So the 28-day Grow Your Business Fire and Focus Challenge is chock full of action steps. And then, of course, one of my favorites is the How to Become a Money Magnet audio series. The goal is to, number one, start doing more things that make you feel accomplished. But number two, start shifting more so that you can open up your world, your universe, your space to abundance. Because as an entrepreneur, it's not just about you going out there and share, but you're supposed to be bringing in revenue. And in order for you to do that, you've got to be ready to receive. So what I love about the How to Become a Money Magnet audio series is creating an opportunity for us to talk about how you create your own opportunities, how you prepare for the opportunities you want to see in your life in the future, and how you open up yourself to abundance so that you are ready to receive those things that you want in your life and in your business. So in combination with the 28-day Fire and Focus Challenge and the Money Magnet audio series, there are quite a few other resources as part of the Level Up bundle, which also includes the Light bundle, because of course I want to make sure that you get the right answers and then also get right, simple, practical action steps to move you forward. So outside of what you'll find in sort of the Smart Start experience, ask yourself, what are you doing right now to take action and move forward in your business? If you're feeling like you're stuck, start with those internal questions, start with those personal goals and what you can do to accomplish that. I remember very, very earlier on in my life of entrepreneurship, I really kind of got started in two ways. Number one, as a web designer, I'm a creative, so I was passionate about building my own website, but I'm an author, I'm a writer, and I never really considered myself to be a writer, but one day my hubby, he said to me, you know, I love your poems. I love all this stuff that you make. Have you ever considered writing a book? And I was like, no, not really. So I said to myself, maybe that's something that I should do. I went to Barnes and Nobles and I got all of these books about, you know, how to self-publish and how to write your own book. And that was the beginning of me finding a way, taking that first action step to actually work towards my goal. So I did my research. I learned about self-publishing because I thought, oh, I had to get a publishing company. I started to print books on Lulu and Amazon, and this is many moons ago. But, outside of building websites for myself and then starting to learn how to build websites for other people as a service professional, I grew into the person that you see now today. So for me, my best recommendation for you when it comes to smart start things that you need to do is to identify those action steps that you can start to take to move forward in your business. And if you say, man, I know that I need those action steps, I just don't know what they are, well, that's what I like to share with you as part of the Level Up experience so that I can break down some action steps that you should be working around right now, especially in the beginning stage of your business. Now, number 3 for me is a big one. Number 3 is acquisition. You've got to have your answers, you've got to have your action steps to move forward, and you've got to focus on acquisition. Acquisition is all about your assets, the things that you need in your business right now. So your products. Are you selling physical products? Are you selling digital products? Are you selling services? What are your business assets? Okay, that's number 1. Number 2, keeping in mind your knowledge is an asset, because for me, a lot of the money that I make online comes from me turning this right here into content that then turns into cash flow. So your knowledge base is an asset for you, as you being able to convert that information into content you can sell, but also your knowledge base that's going to help you learn how to do things and get better at being a business owner and entrepreneur. So make sure that as you're thinking about what you need to succeed in your business, you're taking inventory and checking your assets. So let's talk about what some of those assets might be, okay? Welcome to those of you who are watching here. Of course, make sure that in addition to listening to what I'm sharing with you, if you want some answers to questions, you certainly make sure that you dig into the Smart Start Bundle, sistasense.com/SSBB, number 1. Number 2, email me, sistasense@gmail.com, if you have any questions. And while you're there on the website, you can always click the gray tab on the right to send me a voice message. So, your assets, your essentials. Essentially, one of the things that I have as part of the Smart Start series is the Essentials Bundle. And in there, we dig into the things that you really, really should be having to succeed. For me, this is comprised of what I call the Smart Start Essentials. Your web pages. What are some web pages do you even have a website? By the way, because some people don't even have a website, right? And it's not to be funny. It's certainly okay, because everybody's starting somewhere. And there are people who've been doing what they've been doing for years offline, and now they're ready to get online. So everybody's in a different space of this journey called entrepreneurship. But you want to make sure that if you are ready to take that next big step with your business online, you've got the essentials, right? So getting a website, then thinking about, well, what are some things that I need on my website? We've got the common pages like your home page or your blog section or your about section. And then we have pages that I call your profit pages. You should have a services page. You should have a call me page. Oftentimes people come to me and say, LaShanda, I want to book you to talk to you. I need to schedule a session with you. And I'm like, go to callme.sistasense.com. If you're a coach, if you're a mentor, if you're a minister, if you're a consultant, and people are coming to you because they want you to consult or mentor them, having a call me page, that's a profit page. So I talk about different types of profit pages that you should have, essentially making sure that you also have your store, so that outside of you sharing and giving your value and your goodness, you've got a place for people to go on and buy stuff from you, right? Setting up your store, setting up your sales pages. Sometimes people come to me and they say, well, what's the difference between a squeeze page and a landing page and a sales page and lead pages and optimized press and right? Again, if you've got all this information coming at you and you're feeling like you're inundated, you need to be able to check the list to see if you've got all the assets that you need, if you have acquired or if you need to be in acquisition mode to get the things that you need to succeed. So again, there are different types of Smart Start essentials that I feel like you need to have, and I break them down in more detail over at sistasense.com/SSBB, which is the Smart Start Biz Bundle. And the goal here is for me to be able to share all those things that you not only need, but how you can get them either for free or at a low cost. Because I want to make sure that regardless of who you are or where you are or how much money you have, you're in a space where you can find a way to do what you need to do to move forward in your business. I always like to say you can find a way or find an excuse, but you cannot do both. And for me, one of the ways I help to motivate other women entrepreneurs to move is by sharing a lot of low cost, no cost solutions. So your sales pages, your profit pages, your essential web starter pages, making sure that you've got your digital products ready, because making the most of the information that's up here and converting it easily into digital products, definitely an essential. Growing your social media following, getting all the essential web tools that you need, the tools that I use for my business, I share with you as part of the Smart Start Essential series, learning how to find customers online. These are really, really integral. If you're like, okay, I know I need a website, but I don't really know after the website, how do I get folks to find me, right? These are essential questions that you need answers to, and not just answers, but solutions that are going to help you actually get the stuff done, right? So make sure that in addition to thinking about what are some answers that you need? Number one, what are some action steps that you're going to take? Number two, you take inventory of what assets you have that you should have to actually make sure that you're setting yourself up for success. Exactly. You can find a way or find an excuse, but you cannot do both. I know that's a hard thing to hear sometimes, but you got to hear it. You got to hear it. So I want you to identify for yourself those assets that you currently have versus the ones that you need right now. At the very least, needing somebody who's qualified and experienced. Like I said, I've been doing this for 20 years to be able to identify which of these assets you're missing and how you can quickly get on track and get them. Okay. Now, when you go to This Is a Sense Smart Start Biz Bundle page, you'll be able to see that I've actually mapped out the essential Smart Start solutions inside of the Essentials bundle, which, by the way, each of these bundles includes more and more and more. So if you feel like you just need answers to get started as far as how to start up and make money online, that's the light bundle. If you feel like you also need action steps, things that you can do to move forward because you feel stuck or you feel like you're spinning your wheels, that's the level up bundle. And if you feel like you really are missing all the essential pieces, then that's the Essentials bundle. So we can talk about not only what you need as far as your pages, but you being able to create products and start the process of developing those things that you need to move forward. One of my favorite things is creating templates for you guys to quickly create quality content. And you'll find that quite a few of the templates that I've created that you can literally just kind of put your stuff in there and then publish it to share with your business to help you expand and work on your brand. Some of those templates are also included as part of the Smart Start Biz Bundle series. Now, so far we've talked about your answers, your action steps, and your acquisition, acquiring the assets you need to move forward. The last thing here I want to talk about with you guys today is ascension. At the end of the day, you probably already know this, that whatever it is that you want to do, there are other people doing that same thing too. You've got something called competition out there, right? And for me, in order for you to be in a space where you're not just kind of putting your stuff out there, but you're starting your business off smart, you've got to learn how to rise above the competition. You've got to learn how to stand out, which is what ascension is all about. The goal here is for you to identify those things that other entrepreneurs are not doing, so you can do those things, the real good. Because let me be honest with you, a lot of entrepreneurs, they get excited. They get excited about the feel good and miss out on focusing on the real good, number one. Number two, you've got to be in a space where you start to do those things that you know you need to do, but you've got to get better at. So let me talk about that. There are a lot of newbie entrepreneurs, people who are fresh on the block, and they focus on the fancy photos. They focus on, I want my business cards to look like that. I want my brand to look like this. And they don't really dig in to the things that are really going to make them stand out and appeal to customers. So for me, when I think about, being in a space where you ascend, it's really about standing out and doing those things like webinars, live streams, email challenges, branded consistent newsletters. So many entrepreneurs, they start a business and they don't consistently communicate with customers. Creating brand images that really are reflections of professional images of of you, those are some things that you need to do to really position yourself in a space where you can rise above, again, the competition. So I want you to think about, what are you doing to set yourself apart and ascend? What are you doing to put yourself in a space where, while everybody else is just focused on some visual aspects of their business, you're really digging into smart marketing and behind the scenes systems that are going to help you move forward? Because that's the big thing. The reality is that not every aspect of entrepreneurship is fun and looking fabulous. Some of these things are really meaty things that maybe require a little bit more work. But the important thing is that you identify there's a difference between just doing the feel good versus the real good. So maybe some of you go, oh man, I know that I should be doing email marketing or webinar marketing, but it scares me and I don't know how to do it, or I haven't started it. And I see people doing challenges or creating lead magnets or doing funnels, and I'm like, oh man, I get that. It can be overwhelming, but my goal is to make sure that we can simplify the process to amplify your success. And I can say, even if you're not technical, even if you're not creative, here's step 1, step 2, step 3 to do easy newsletters, to do your easy content, to do these easy webinars, to get into the process. So whether I'm working with ladies virtually or ladies are literally coming out to see me when I do my workshops, I'm helping you get comfortable in your own skin. Because listen, it's important for you to be confident. I have something, it's called Collect with Confidence. And if you want to be ready to receive and be ready to collect, you've got to learn how to confidently do these things. Webinars, email marketing, brand content, creating graphics, even when you have a graphics designer, creating some of this stuff on your own, because that level of comfort is going to help you confidently collect. So I want you to think about, are you feeling a little bit of discomfort with some of these things? Are you a little bit nervous or a little bit naive around email marketing or doing lives or doing webinars, or creating challenges? Those are the kind of things that I want to support you and share with you how you can get comfortable and confidently doing those things too, as part of the GoPro Premium bundle, which includes the light bundle, the level up bundle, the essentials bundle, all the good, everything that you need to succeed and ascend so that you're rising above the competition. That's inside of that Smart Start Business Bundle selection. So as I'm sharing with these things with you, the resources that I have available to you as part of the Smart Start series, also as I'm sharing with you these 4 things, right? I want you to reflect on what you have versus what you need to succeed. So again, let's just do a quick recap here so I can share. Number 1, you need answers. What answers? What small business questions do you have? What answers do you need right now? And if you feel like you're in a space where you need support around, how do I start up? How do I get, what I need on a budget? How do I monetize and make money online? Finding answers to those questions, how it works to start up and get paid, that's what's inside the light bundle. Number 2, if you find yourself in a space where you're stuck and you need to move forward, figuring out, well, what should I be doing right now? I want to be able to, at least for 28 days, get you into the habit of doing proactively some things that you can do to move forward in your business. And that is what Level Up is all about. Number 3, acquisition. I need you to sit down, take an opportunity for at least a few minutes, 5 minutes, 10 minutes. Check what you've got as far as your assets. Do you have your website, your sales pages, your opt-in offers, do you have the web tools that you need? I mean, some of the things that maybe you want to do, you don't quite know how to do it because you don't have the right tools to do it, right? So take some opportunity to check your assets and see what you've got versus what you need to acquire so that we can focus on acquisition as part of the essentials bundle. And of course, last but not least, you want to take a really, really good look at what differentiates you from the other people in your business. Some of it is what you sell, but some of it, really a lot of it, is what you do. Your professionalism, your follow through, how you market yourself, all of these things will allow you to rise above the competition. Again, how you build trust with your community, how you build relationship with your community. These are all things that are really, really important. So think about how you are differentiating you versus them and what you plan to do to ascend. All right. Yeah, exactly. You got to check those assets. So make sure that you reflect on these things for yourself. Again, this conversation is around 4 things that you need to smart start your next big small business step. Of course, we dive into these in more detail as part of the Smart Start Business Bundle, which essentially is a combination of trainings, masterminds, videos, audios, downloads, templates, good goods that I have put together to help you smart start and get the tools that you need to succeed. As I started this conversation, I just want to end by reminding you, of course, as you go through this process working on your next big small business step, make sure if you have any questions for me, you can email sistasense@gmail.com. Make sure you get your Smart Start bundle at sistasense.com/SSBB. And last but not least, while you're there, don't hesitate to click that gray tab on the right side of the website to send me a voice message. Alrighty? Mwah! Go forth, create amazing, and hopefully I'll see you on the other side of the Smart Start bundle real soon. Take care.